Hello judges, I am Zachary Dahl, proudly representing the Georgia FFA Association. Today I'm excited to share with you the details of my agri-science research project. My research indicated that there is a significant difference between sugar measurements taken from Covington sweet potatoes and Murasaki potatoes before and after a 2-week curing duration. I used a statistical analysis and the empirical method to support my hypothesis. I also used the scientific method and collaborated with experts to solve an agricultural problem. I used a 2-group experimental design for my experiment with a treatment of potato variety. Using this design helped me learn that the curing process does increase sugar content in potatoes. Question 1. This project was selected when Mr. Danny Herring, the owner of Herring Farms, approached me concerning the sugar content in high market sweet potatoes and a new potato, the Murasakis. Herring Farms is one of South Georgia's largest produce and vegetable farms. After talking with Mr. Herring about the concerns of this new potato, I conducted a review of literature concerning the sugar levels before and after the curing period. During the review of literature, I learned that sugar content should increase and the starch content should decrease, making the potato sweeter for consumer usage. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, when raw, the Covington sweet potato contains 4.18 grams of sugar. I also hypothesized that the 2 data groups would be significantly different or will have a p-value less than 0.05. Question 2. During this project, I learned information in a number of skills. For example, I learned to use the Brix refractometer for data collection. The Brix refractometer is a tool used to test sugar content in various fruits. After I prepared each specimen, I would measure the sugar content with the Brix refractometer. Finally, I learned statistical analysis. This skill is valuable in predicting the probability of my project if it were to be completed on a larger scale. In my case, my data was significantly different. Statistical analysis is a series of mathematical equations and expressions used to determine 2 groups of data significantly different or statistically similar. Question 3. In my project, I collaborated with Professor Timothy Coulong from the University of Georgia. Dr. Coulong is a professor in the Plant Science Division of UGA. Dr. Coulong provided helpful information on correctly measuring the sugar content given the time allowed to conduct this experiment. With his instructions, using the Brix refractometer allowed me to reach accurate conclusions with the experiment. I also collaborated with Mr. Andy Harrison with the Georgia Department of Agriculture. Mr. Harrison gave insightful information on curing potatoes and the potato industry in general. Mr. Harrison directs research grants from the Department of Agriculture, so his insight and feedback about the experiment was helpful. Collaborating with these experts helped me learn through my experiment that curing potato increases the sugar content. Question 4. I drew 3 conclusions for this experiment, including my hypothesis was accepted and experimental group there was an average sugar content of 8.44%, while the comparison group had an average of 4.92%. However, I'm most excited about my last conclusion. I calculated an impact on the agriculture industry. I first researched the total pounds of sweet potatoes produced in Georgia, and I learned this from the University of Georgia. I then multiplied the Brix percentage I found in my experiment to the total number of pounds. After that number was found, I then multiplied the number of pounds of added sugar by the cost of sugar per pound. After all this was complete, I completed the calculation to learn that Georgia farmers could add value of over $2.9 million. Thank you for the opportunity for me to share with you how I learned to use the scientific method to learn that curing potatoes does increase the sugar content in potatoes.